Honorable Minister for Water Resources, Government of Rajasthan, Founder President Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, Mrs. Amita Chauhan, Chancellor Aseem Chauhan, the trustees, Honorable Vice Chancellor, distinguished faculties, my dear students, ladies and gentlemen, members of the media, invitees, guests, and members of Chauhan's family. It is indeed a great honor for me to become an Amitian today. I have been associated with Amity for years since I came to know of Dr. Chauhan. I have been able to partner in his vision that he has created in the country today to become a knowledge hub for the whole world. That is what he projected today. So I am happy that I am joining this great family of Amitian, and I can assure you, sir, that all your vision, dreams which you have enunciated here, if I can be a small squirrel to lay that small stone there to build your vision, I'll be delighted to do that. I must also place on record my deep sense of gratitude to Aseem Chauhan, whom I have seen right from 10 years earlier. I have seen him. But the way he has created as a missionary, the father's vision he is realizing by building those educational institutions like what you see here, a place which was a desert, almost a jungle. It has been made a mangal, as he was telling. It's a reality because I happened to see it today. I went around, I saw some of the projects, field projects. I was delighted to see in a place like this, which is remote from the main town, and he is able to build these structures with all the amenities and to the world standard, the best in the world standards. So I am delighted to see this. Aseem will have a very long way to go in building this country and also giving the strength to the nation by creating this knowledge workers and also creating knowledge through the research and development. So you have a very big onerous of responsibility to do that. And again, I am very grateful to the trustees and also members of the syndicate and academic the committees who have bestowed this honor today by making me giving me this great honor of DSc honorary causa. I hope that I'll become worthy of all that was mentioned in the citation, and I can assure you that this will be yet another important milestone in my career and also a motivational factor for me to drive the vision which you have generated here. I know Amity for more than a decade, and since we have a very close collaboration in research and development from the DRDO, we have more than 25 projects running with Amity University today. And a few crores have been invested from the Government of India, the Ministry of Defense, on the research partnership. DRDO has realized with the wide canvas of aspirations as well as expectations from this organization to produce weapon systems like missiles, aircraft, radars, sonars, torpedoes, main battle tank, and life support technologies, materials, it is humanly impossible for the 30,000 people of DRDO with 10,000 crores budget will be able to do this. So we have gone in for a partnership with academia. So when I partner with Amity University, I have an extended arm of DRDO working there. The youngsters, creative minds, I consider that as part of the great organization DRDO, and youngsters working who can work 18 hours a day, 20 hours a day like Dr. Chauhan himself. So I found that great strength in these academic institutions. So out of this 10,000 crores, we are going to invest 10% of the budget for academic interface, so which will be 1,000 crores every year. So we are looking forward to partnership along with Dr. Aseem Chauhan in this campus as well. I had the opportunity of interacting with the young faculties. The average age was only about 30 years. I was fascinated to see the creative ideas and also the enthusiasm, the postdoc experience with which they have joined this institution. I have no doubt that this institution will become a center of excellence not only in academics but also in the research and development area as well. When I partnered with Amity University, a number of good things have come out in a short span. I thought I'll give a little glimpse what we have been able to do together with Amity. One area where he is able to make a remarkable change is in the high altitude. In fact, he himself attended a workshop which was inaugurated by Honorable Minister Mr. Jairam Ramesh, and also it was co-chaired by Honorable Mr. Pallam Raju, the Minister of State for Defence. So Dr. Chauhan and Dr. Asim Chauhan, both of them were there the whole day, sitting in the workshop, listening to the whole conversation. So today we are able to do a fungus which can enrich the soil in high altitude. Otherwise, Ladakh is a cold, dry desert. Today with Amity University, we are able to bring in a lot of change in the agricultural practices, and one of his group has been able to partner with us in improving the nitrogen fixation bacteria at the nodes of the plants. So this is one great thing which is for the cold region desert of Ladakh. Nanotechnology is another area where a lot of focus has been given, and I am happy to inform you that together we have been able to do a nanoparticle from curcumin, which is used for the anti-tumor, anti-cancer treatment. It has a tremendous anti-tumorous properties. So this university, along with my institution, Defence Institute of Physiology and Allied Sciences, we have been able to bring out a nanoparticle size curcumin which will have much better efficacy in terms of targeting and reaching the cancer cell and curing. So it's a very great accomplishment. So I can go on citing many examples, but we look forward to many more such success stories coming out of our partnership between DRDO and the Amity University. Another vision Dr. Asim shared with me, the Chancellor of this institution, when he met me a couple of days ago, when he came to me to invite for this meeting. He said that he is looking at a medical university, a medical institution coming in the northern part in Haryana perhaps, and that university, he said, he has a dream that it should be different from what it is today, what all the medical institutions you have. You will have an allopathic system, you will also have a Indian systems of medicine together in the same campus. So a patient can go for diagnosis in the allopathic system and can have the treatment in using his choice. He can go to Ayurveda, he can go to Yoga, Naturopathy, he can go to Siddha, Unani, a unique institution they are dreaming. So I am sure your dream will come true, and we will support this endeavor. Even a medical curriculum has to be different. A medical doctor should be oriented towards Indian system. It's your system, which withstood the test of the time thousands of years ago when the allopathy system didn't exist at all. So I am happy that this kind of new vision will carry definitely Amity to a unique place in the global scenario. Now I like to give certain message and conclude, both for faculties as well as for my dear students who are passing out today. Let me compliment you, congratulate you on the very unique accomplishments you have by getting awarded a degree of BTech, MTech, MSc, MBA, and many other degrees which you are going to acquire today. You are going to enter into a new phase of life, a life which has a greater responsibility not only for you, for your family, for your society, and for the whole humanity. So you are going to enter into that phase with a greater responsibility, and at that I want to share with you some message which I thought you should carry home, and that should go deep into your malleable mind which you have now. The only way to transform India as a developed nation, which Dr. Ashok Chauhan also mentioned, that it is only by education linked with occupation and then healthcare. So these are the three entities which should be integrated together. If this 1 billion people have to be transformed as an asset and transform India into a global power and also global superpower, why not? So if it has to happen, this 1 billion people has to be transformed into an asset, productive asset, creative asset, innovative asset, for which the first is education. Because without education, primary, secondary, higher education, you cannot achieve that strength, the knowledge power which he talked about, knowledge strength, knowledge superpower. India is actually emerging as a knowledge superpower. So if you have to assume that you need education, and I am very happy that he is focusing on the higher learning, the university education, the professional education, because the government alone cannot do with the limited GDP allocation for education. It cannot be done only by government. So we need public-private partnership. So Amity stands out as one of the unique institutions contributing to these knowledge workers being passed out from this institution. So that is very important, that you need to have education, the public-private partnership. Then I'm happy that the people who are educated here, they are immediately absorbed. Occupation. That is why you have to be employed. It's just not enough to have an education and then leave there, but you need to have a proper utilization of that knowledge. So the occupation and the employment is important. And I'm happy the state of Rajasthan, and we have the minister here today, is unique, that it is able to attract a number of industries, and many of these people have joined those people to serve the industries over here. And this is a very progressive state. Rajasthan is one of the progressive states. So I'm happy that the minister is gracing the occasion, which is very clear indication, the commitment which he has for the higher learning and education. So this education linked to occupation and producing and utilizing this human capital, the human capital. And then you need to have health care. So I'm happy that they are also getting into health care through the medical education. These are the three vital entities which we need to focus from the nation. I'm happy that the Amity is focusing on those areas. Now in terms of knowledge-based society, in the knowledge-based society, you need to create new knowledge. It's not sufficient Amity University just disseminates the knowledge, gives the knowledge, produces knowledge workers. You need to create new knowledge. So my message to the faculties who are sitting here, very distinguished, experienced, and the eminent faculties who are here, that you lead to creation of new knowledge. That means you need to create an ecosystem. The minds, the young minds which can ask questions, which can be creative, which can be innovative. So I wish that this Amity University stands out to produce an ambience, an ecosystem where the creative minds will blossom. So this is one message I like to give to the faculties. And also every faculty must have a project, at least a project. So if you have 130 or 140 faculties, you can imagine 140 projects running in Amity University, what kind of output, the patents, the products, processes, technologies, publications, all this will jump from this, emerge from this. So one message I like to give, every faculty besides teaching must do the research project, must have PhD students addressing the societal needs, not the blue sky research which is not addressing an Indian issue. So I would urge that you take up problems for MTech, MSc, PhD, problems relevant to the country, be it DR, be it atomic energy, space, CSIR, agriculture, health, any area of health security, energy security, water security. It's a major problem. Future war is going to be for water. So it's very important, water security. So all these issues, I wish the faculties take up projects in these areas. The other is quality education, which is very important, because education is just not merely to produce the number of the graduates, postgraduates, doctoral students, postdocs, but it is to produce quality education. That is where I was very happy when Vice Chancellor was reading out his report. I was fascinated to see there is a holistic approach to development here. It is not that you are producing machines with knowledge. It's not that you are producing machines who can pass out, memorize and then get good marks. But you are in fact producing physical development, sports activities, I saw the progress, and also the material knowledge which you are imparting, and knowledge development, the mental development, then spiritual development. I think that component also, let it be reinforced in a very, very strong way. Yoga, meditation, all this need to be taught so that they come out as a good citizens. Not only good knowledge workers, but good citizens with human value. So I would urge that this university should stand out, that you have a holistic approach to personality development, so they come out as good citizens with knowledge power. I would also like to give one more important message, which I consider important, that you need to link up, being an academic institution which will generate new knowledge, creative ideas. You need to harness that by partnering with an R&D institution. So the science which you do here in this university gets translated, applied into an application as a technology, product, process, that will be done by an R&D institution. Then you need an industry partner. So academic institution, Amity University in the center, one arm, right arm is the R&D institution, left arm is the industry. If you do that, you will find number of products coming out for the wealth generation to the country and also to solve problems of our nation. Now I want to give one more request, appeal to the Dr. Chauhan and his family. He has given whatever I have dreamt, sometimes I have requested him to do, like patents. He said there will be 100 patents which will be Amity University will do. There are 150 patents which have come. Now I would expect a Nobel Prize from this Amity institution. That is his goal post which he has set. It is possible with the kind of commitment, the kind of the enthusiasm which the trust as well as the Amity institutions are doing today, that we are now putting a very high-end dream that Amity should produce a Nobel laureate soon, and because we are starved of Sir C.V. Raman, J.C. Bose, all these people with long since we had a Nobel Prize. So I'm sure Amity should produce one. And we should also have role models, see, which is very important for youngsters. So when you see, when he described his life history, how from a few pounds he was able to become a million and billion dollar earner, that it is his vision, dream, and then actions and commitment, sincerity, and also belief in God. You know, these are the ones which will propel you. This for the youngsters, that we need to look at such role models, how they emerge from such a small level, modest level, to this higher level of accomplishments. These are the role models which we need to emulate. A personality easy to admire and difficult to emulate. Now finally, one anecdote I will give and then I will end my speech. See, I went through in the morning, Dr. Asim Chauhan, he arranged for me to go around. Lot of new constructions, science block. I went to various new buildings which are coming. I went to the site, the bamboo site, where they are also growing Google. All this I saw. And there was a big building coming up. So I asked the people working there, lot of people laying the bricks. So I went and asked one of the person who was laying a brick, what are you doing? He looked at me like this and said, I am laying the brick, sir. So he said, then he described what he was doing. Then I was not satisfied. So I walked a few yards and asked another man who was also laying the brick. He was laying the brick. There's a big construction coming up. He was laying the brick. So then I asked him, sir, I have a family, I have a wife, I have 3 children. So I have to take care of them. So I am laying the brick to take care of my family, to earn my livelihood. Second man. I was still not satisfied. So I walked a few yards, asked a third man who was also laying the brick, what are you doing? So then he just looked at me. He just smiled at me, you know, the whole eyes got brightened up. He said, sir, I am building a great institution for my country. 3 people laying the bricks. I want you people to feel like the third man. You will not only become a scientist, engineer, manager, or a professional teacher, you will do that after having got this degree. But you may also earn a very good livelihood. It is projected the GDP of our country is going to be 10 times more than what it is today in another 10 years. So with all that, GDP will grow, the growth rate will be 10%, and the foreign exchange reserves, ours will be a very economically strong country. So you will lead a very decent life with your profession. You will have all that what you need, house, car, a good family. So there's no problem. Second man's perception. But I want you also to feel like third man, you are contributing to nation building. So that is the perception which you should have. And life is full of color, music, love, art, everything beautiful. Keep an eye to see that beauty and happiness, and also open your heart to see all the best thing in life. My best wishes.